As technology continues to advance each and every day, intelligent computer operators are going to find a way to make some easy cash, utilizing skills so advanced that they can shut down entire cities. Foreign governments are looking for the best hackers, and some can be so dangerous that they end up on the FBI's most wanted list. From stealing countless copyrighted materials to celebs getting their private photos hacked, here are the craziest cybercrime incidents.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm your host, American Eye, keeping an eye on everything you want to know.
But first, thanks Teresa for leaving us this comment on one of our recent videos about haunted houses. We appreciate you letting us know that house was torn down. Some pretty creepy things certainly happened there. Alright guys, let's get started. Number 11. Park Jun Hyuk. Due to some movies that were released that seemed to mock the Democratic People's Republic of North Korea, the country released a full-scale hacking operation. All American movies are banned there anyway, and the only way to get one is from the black market. But there's one movie in particular that's extremely illegal. Since its release, the movie The Interview, starring Seth Rogen and James Franco, has been seen everywhere except for, you guessed it, in North Korea. After its release, the North Korean officials filed a complaint with the United Nations, saying that they felt that the movie was an act of war. Some type of revenge seemed necessary. They felt so strongly about the movie that each laptop coming into the country was searched to make sure that the film never made it into North Korea. The North Koreans essentially declared cyber warfare on the US afterwards, and hackers such as him targeted Sony Pictures Entertainment. The hacker organization also went on to target a series of banks in an attempt to steal as much money as possible. It's believed the country has stolen at least $2 billion from financial institutions to help finance dark projects. Number 10. The Iranian mob hackers. If a group of computer geniuses work as a team to cause total cyber chaos, the results can be quite frightening. We already know we got the Chinese hacking us and also the Iranians, so maybe we need to try to work some things out with these countries. There are currently 9 Iranian citizens who are being searched after by the FBI right now, and each one is an independent contractor working for the Iranian government. The amount of damage caused and information stolen is beyond belief. 144 U.S. universities, 176 foreign universities, 5 federal and state government agencies, 36 private U.S. companies, and 11 foreign private companies have all been hacked. Thousands of professors have been affected by this hacking operation, and the information has been sold for profit. Much of the info that they were after was expensive research, not available in various countries. They used a tactic known as password spraying, where they kept on using common passwords until they cracked the code. Make sure your password is original. Number 9. The Ghazni Mob subjects. Some recent additions to the FBI's most wanted cybercriminal list, the Ghazni Mob subjects are a group of Russian hackers wreaking havoc upon the U.S. On April 17th of 2019, a federal grand jury in the Western District of Pennsylvania turned an indictment against them. Some of their crimes include computer fraud conspiracy, wire and bank fraud conspiracy, money laundering conspiracy, and so on. The troublemakers utilized the Ghazni Mob hacking malware in order to steal millions of dollars from American businesses and financial institutions. The malware that they were able to make could capture victims' online banking credentials, then send that money to foreign beneficiary bank accounts that they'd already hacked. It's unclear exactly how much money they've been able to take, but it's enough to make them wanted international criminals. The federal arrest warrant on these 4 men have already been granted. They are considered to be a flight risk and are likely to turn off the tracking on their smartphones. Number 8. The APT10 Hackers. Many feel as though working with the Chinese might make them rich in the short term, but it's only a matter of time before they hack into your computer, steal your blueprints, and make their own products for much cheaper. Copyright lawsuits don't typically get recognized over there, and their knockoffs have been known to cost us trillions of dollars. This group is known as APT10, which stands for Advanced Persistent Threat. It's believed that they're still active, targeting countries like Japan, South Korea, and other westernized Asian countries using a malware known as Plug X. It's been described as the largest ever cyber espionage campaign ever committed. The people who were accused were targeting managed service providers who manage data for companies in cloud space. APT10 was able to obtain blueprints from industries including aviation, space, and satellite tech. They would also go after manufacturing technology, gas, oil, computer processors, and maritime technology. Don't take these crimes lightly, folks. This is how China is able to get a hold of our military technology, such as nuclear missiles and our stealth aircraft. Likely working for the government, the accused men are from Tianjin, which is China's internet censorship capital. Number 7. Hacking the Pentagon. You would assume that the Pentagon would be one of the most secure buildings in the world, but cyber hackers have consistently found errors, some of them being as young as high schoolers. a man named David Dworkin took on the challenge of hacking the Pentagon in a hacking competition to see what they were doing wrong. He found a total of 138 total ways that public websites could allow malicious attacks, putting very sensitive information on the line. It seemed like kind of a strange competition, but the Pentagon needed hackers to get into their systems in order to tell them what was wrong. David might have found out some secrets that he's not telling everyone, but he's not the only hacker to get easily past the obstacles. Russia has also been accused of seizing the email system used by the Joint Chiefs of Staff, which is used by roughly 3,500 military officers and civilians. Number 6. Baltimore hacked. It's one thing to hack a computer, steal some important documents, and so on, but it's a whole other story to hack an entire city, putting lives in danger in the process. A hacker began a hacking rampage when some ransomware was installed, which demanded Bitcoin in return for letting them use their computers again. The city workers, like the ambulance workers, police, traffic cameras, 911 phone lines, and all that stuff was disabled. Dispatchers had to resort to manual mode, like back before smart technology was a thing. Once his account was secure with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin, did he decide to let the hostage city go safely. The same thing happened in Atlanta, where they refused to pay. The hacker interrupted municipal services and destroyed much data, causing an estimated $2.7 million in damage. It might be best to pay the price next time before they expose your browser history. Number 5. Ashley Madison data breach. Uh-oh, now here's a site you shouldn't have in your browser history, and it's really not a site you want your wife to find out you went on. Hackers use this as leverage in an attempt to extort money, but it really kind of seemed like the hackers had a moral dilemma on the website that offers a chance to have an extramarital affair. A group known as the Impact Team threatened to expose the identity of Ashley Madison users if it refused to shut down. Ashley Madison and the Avid Life Media tried to remain calm, but the hack proved to be authentic. The internet vigilantes released the list on the dark web, and the impact was horrendous. It was exposed that many military and Saudi Arabians were using the site, which is actually against the law in their country. The military can also receive some negative consequences for adultery, and the backlash from family members was rather embarrassing to say the least. Number 4. iCloud celeb leaks. It might be fun to be a celebrity until you have enough fame to the point where guys are trying to hack into your iPhone and show some photos that you might have wanted to keep private. In 2014, a huge cybercrime incident took place which utilized spear phishing attacks to reveal a flaw in the iCloud security system. This method lures in victims into giving away personal information in the belief that the source of email is a trusted party. In any case though, some celebs had their most personal photos on display for the world to see. This included A-list celebrities like Jennifer Lawrence, Ariana Grande, Kirsten Dunst, and Kate Upton, just to name a few. Some of them would claim that they weren't authentic photos, while others couldn't really hide the truth. In this case, though, a few hackers would get caught and get punished. Number 3. Words with Friends hacked. Words with Friends is a popular game like Scrabble that has roughly 218 million users worldwide. A Pakistani hacker now has access to 218 million accounts, which gives him access to the player's name, phone number, account information, and other data. If you signed up for Zynga and made an account through them or with Facebook, you might have been hacked. Other games might have been compromised too. The game designer, Zynga, would urge people to change their passwords as soon as possible, and if you use a similar password for that account, change it also. It's crazy just how an online game can give away so much of your personal data. Be careful about who you give your email address to. It seems innocent at first, but just one clue to the puzzle piece can crack the code. Number 2. Climategate. Have you ever felt shame for being a climate change doubter? Or you really felt guilty about all the polar bears? Everyone might be a little bit surprised when they hear about Climategate, and it might make you slightly question the true motives of the widespread panic that has taken over. Internet hackers got to work and compromised the emails of climate change scientists. After reading the emails, it seems to show that scientists would rather change the facts than change the theories. Some of the facts didn't seem to measure up to their claims that the world was getting warmer, and they agreed that they should fib a little bit on the stats in order to make people more aware. Some accuse the hackers of cherry-picking certain emails to make it seem more incriminating, but it might be an alternative source to consider before hopping on the Greta bandwagon. Number 1. Hacker hiring. Do you think your girlfriend might be cheating on you and she's sending messages to her new boyfriend over Facebook? Well, why don't you take a little trip to the dark side of the internet and see if you can hire a hacker to sabotage your Facebook and find out. It could really bring you some ease of mind or let you know that you shouldn't be wasting your time. Cyber experts are out there for stuff like this, but you gotta have the cash for this kind of thing. In one case, the owner of an illegal gambling website paid $911,000 for 2 cyber attack experts to completely bring down all his competition by launching a hacking operation. The two hackers were actually professors of computer science in South Korea and definitely knew what they were doing. It didn't go all too well because they were busted, as well as the person who paid for their services.
Whoa, now that was a cool video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.